Hi Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing well. We're going to do a quick 48-hour reading, tarot reading for you to see what you can expect. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But as well, I do want to remind you that this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But I also do want to inform you that the first link down below in the description box will be for the extended reading for this reading, okay, the extended. And we'll dive deeper into more of what you can expect in the next 48, all right? So let's see here. Beautiful split energy here. The power card as well as success. I do feel like through levels of success in the next 48, you Pisces are feeling powerful. I did get a very sort of proper way of being about your energy as I was tapping into it. But I also sense this sort of, they're giving me the word smug, but I feel like it's more so just you being very proud and just kind of in the knowing, right? It's like, I know what I'm doing, I do it well, and now I'm succeeding. Therefore, I'm feeling powerful. So, you know, it's this vibe where they want me to take these, where if people are feeling a bit jealous or a little bit negative about that success, then they can just accept it. But I feel like as well, there's a push to go with the flow when it comes to the transformation of a situation or multiple you're wrapped up with at this time, or when it comes to the transformation you're going through on an internal level. All right, let's do some shuffling and see what else we get. Okay, the power you feel will give you this very gratified feeling once again, but happiness coming out. And I really do feel as if you're being pushed to recognize you deserve the happiness that the success brings you, okay? Something you add to your situation or bring on back or even continue for some will make you happy. I do feel like you're being reminded that when you exercise, when you take care of oneself, when you implement self-care, when you even give oneself that chance to balance things out and rest, because I feel like you've been very much on the go recently, that makes you happy, okay? I do feel like there's a focus on a specific connection, how that makes you happy, right? And for some, wanting more happiness due to connecting with people. So why is it that you're lacking that at this time? Something to realize about where your energy's been put forth, or just, yeah, I got cut off due to lack of storage for a hot second, but basically what I was saying is there's just a different realization that needs to come to be for each and every one of you, differing from case to case. But you unfortunately missed the flopping out of the patience card. There's the need to dig for that inner patience individually in order to not allow for oneself to see people, places, situations, different energies getting the best of you, okay? I just feel as if people are potentially pushing your buttons, or just, you owe it to oneself is how it came out in the unrecorded part. You owe it to oneself to stay level-headed, to stay grounded, to keep or redig for that inner peace when it comes to what's rubbing you the wrong way, okay? It's not gonna benefit you to lose your cool at this time, but because that powerful feeling may give you the courage to want to speak out, right? Or speak up, or just kind of act on how you're feeling. But it just take a hot second and recognize how that's not going to benefit the health of a situation, the future of something, or just your own state of being. I'm hearing the word consequences, but I just feel as if as well, it could be more so energies or a situation making you a bit nervous or a bit on edge, or just pushing you to stumble on your words at a certain point, and that could just really irritate you. Trust me, I get it. I'm so affected by energy, and in this individual living situation that does happen. But let's continue. We're gonna pull from the, okay, Mystic Mondays. Some shuffling. Wow, that was a struggle. I didn't want to shuffle properly. Things could feel a little bit messy at certain points in the next 48, but it's like, it is what it is. Like, don't stress it, okay? Didn't love that I said like. You may be a little bit overly critical at certain points, even if that's not evident to others. But little details are being noticed within other people, situations, when it comes to oneself. Very observant. The Princess of Swords and the Six of Swords. I feel like you're learning more about what you left behind in the past or what you're planning to, okay? And I just sense that this is very much key to you gaining more happiness. Whether it's a reminder, it could be both, whether it's a reminder of you leaving something behind in the past and how happy that's making you feel in the current day situation and surrounding it. Or it's more so, we got to prep for this change, right? You know it's already about to happen. Don't be shouting it to the world per se, but this change will lead to a lot more happiness for oneself, okay? And you owe it to you owe it to Pisces to do that for oneself. And it just feels like you're being reminded from that past change, or in regards to this upcoming change, why it benefits you to hop on your chariot and motivate oneself to do what's right for you. A very Eight of Cups vibe, okay? Very interesting if you saw the way the cards are laid out. Like those two are paired with the Happiness card. We have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles with the Patience card. But I just feel like you're being pushed to recognize what isn't meant for you or who's not meant for you in the moment, when you do have to really dig for your inner patience when it comes to energy, occurrences, right? A situation, once again, then it's not meant for you. They're not meant for you. And you may not be able to cut their presence or that situation out of your life right away or in general, but it just reminds you where to sort of channel your energy, or just how much time and resources to give, put forth towards whatever or whoever that is for you, okay? And I just feel like there's going to be a highlight on what you're watering at this time and how that's benefiting you, okay? You may even have to have patience when it comes to work or what you've been watering at this time, wanting to see something grow rapidly, or wanting to just see more financial reward or just more respect flowing in, you name it. But there's a focused male or female on how you're looking good these days, on how you're dressing well, impressing people in certain ways, even if you can't fully notice that in the moment. But I do sense that you're a little bit, okay, they're saying agitated, a little bit, yeah, just annoyed, all right? But try to just sort through that behind closed doors or within one's hermit mode, or without people fully or at all knowing what you're going through, okay? There could just be a level of overthinking. It could be a toxic situation. It could be a toxic connection. It has to go, is what I'm hearing. It has to go. If not today, when? Okay? If not today, when? I also just feel like you're being pushed to recognize that at this point, as my voice got louder at a certain point, you're being pushed to recognize your innate ability to recognize when something isn't healthy for you anymore, okay, or it never was. And so how is that going to come in handy moving forward in the decision process, right? Making process, as far as choosing who and what is to be added to your life or kept in your life, when it comes to who and what to put your energy and resources towards once again, okay? Okay, the stairway to your mind is what I just heard as we look at this imagery. The stairway to your mind. Don't give people access if you don't trust them, or if they give you the wrong vibes, or if your intuition is shouting at you. It'll also focus on a lack of justice for you. Okay, why do you feel as if you haven't received the justice you deserve? Whether it comes to work, whether it comes to connections from the past or just in general, or it has to do with your money. It could be your home situation. It could be more than one thing. Breathe, Pisces, as I do feel as if you are meant to acquire the justice you deserve, potentially in a different form moving forward, okay? But there needs to be a focus on the fact that you are succeeding in a lot of ways and feeling quite powerful. So focusing on the lack of justice in other ways, right, or in one other particular way, is not going to benefit your overall state of health and well-being and your view on things, okay? Your perspective needs to be quite healthy at this time, and you know how to do that, but just be one with the patience, okay? Be one with the happiness, the success, and just allow for oneself to remember that you have it going on at this point along your path. And people, places, situations in your life will be adjusted in one way, shape, or form to match that, or just to be away from that. Does that make sense? So we'll make room if need be, if you don't choose to. Some tower moments might lie ahead if you don't decide to trust what you're feeling is unhealthy at this time and make a change. That is just the honest truth. But we have the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, okay? The Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's this vibe where you're just kind of ready to put your foot down to what the BS is what I'm hearing, or just what doesn't feel acceptable, or just doesn't coincide with what you feel is right at this time. But I just feel as if there's a bit of a defensive nature about you at certain points that needs to be put to rest, or just kind of put at ease a little bit, expecting the worst to a certain extent, but also just not fully knowing what lies ahead, and that kind of concerning you, but needing to recognize that the success that's taking place in certain ways in the next 48 needs to be evidence that things will work out in due time, in how it's meant to. Everything will unravel and just sort of come to be, or just fall to the wayside as it's meant to. All right. And again, falling to the wayside was meant to just pertain to who and what's not meant for you anymore. But yeah, it just feels like this conquering way about you will come to be at certain points due to what you experience or succeed at. Again, due to that power. But even when you have an immense amount of patience and you get to pat oneself on the back for not overreacting, or just kind of letting loose in that sense, find another creative way to release one's pent-up energy or frustration, and you'll be victorious all the meanwhile, okay? There's just a lot of passion built up within you at this time. But yeah, again, you're expecting the worst, okay? But there is a leap of faith on the horizon for you that's going to leave you in more of a balancing act, but able to see a healthier lifestyle for oneself in certain ways, okay? I just feel like you have a lot going on in the next 48, but it needs to be one with the still moments that do take place from time to time, or just sporadically. And trust one's intuition, trust the process, and trust that everything's changing, including oneself, as it's meant to. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Don't forget to check out the extended first link down below, and I will see you next time. Bye, Pisces.